Foley is a really good way of sort of augmenting the original sync tracks and adding to the soundtrack sounds that the on-set recordist didn't actually pick up.
We need to reproduce absolutely everything that's going on in the scene, even the smallest thing like the earrings. And you need to be quite creative to think of different elements to make up the sounds that might be required.
The Foley artists actually mimic the actors' movements on set, on screen. So they would do all the feet first, they would do all the moves, they would do all the hands, switches, button pushes. We do that because obviously, A, maybe the mic didn't pick it up in the first place, and secondly, Doctor Who is sold around the world. So a lot of the tracks need to be replaced so they can dub on their own languages. So if David's going, hello, how are you? I am the Doctor, and tapping away, we need to... And, they would revoice it into the language of their choice.
I've got a corkscrew, and we use this for the Doctor's sonic screwdriver, just for the handling. The bleeps and the clicks would be a specially created effect, but this is for where he physically touches it or catches it or waves it around.
This is the surface that we use for this episode. You just look at the picture and just try to get it in sync as much as you can. And as the person's, as the Doctor's being dragged, it's just the case of... And these are actually the authentic Doctor Who shoes as well that I use. They're a bit worn.
ADR stands for Automatic Dialogue Replacement, and it's a necessary evil.
I don't enjoy doing ADR, which is no secret to the people who have to record it with me. I find it difficult and frustrating because you're not there. You're not in that moment anymore. You're not looking that other actor in the eye. You're not experiencing that story in the way that you experienced it on the day that you shot it. And actually, what you're trying to do is recreate something artificially. What happens is you record sound on set. Obviously, you have microphones on set. You have sound recordists there, and they will get the best possible recording of the sound on that day that they possibly can. But there are a number of reasons why that sound might ultimately not work. There might be a plane going overhead, which you just... and you didn't have time to do another take. Hello? If you did, on the day, you did some strange way of saying a sentence with funny little pauses that you put in on the day, because that felt right at the time. But if you're then in a recording booth 6 months later trying to recreate the strange pauses that you did and trying to match it to your own lips that you're watching on a screen at the time, it's a curious process.
And the cold and the diamonds.
5 months since filming finished, the show has made its way to the final mix. In this dubbing theatre, the dialogue, sound effects and music all merge to make Midnight's definitive wall of sound.
All right, I give up. I'll be back for dinner. We'll try that anti-gravity.
I know they've been working on it for months, actually, and they're very, very excited about this. This is technically very, very difficult for them.
On Doctor Who, we have a team of sound editors. They lay up, on average, about 70 soundtracks on a Doctor Who. Come to me on this screen here, and then I come into a bunch of faders on the desk. That'll be dialogue, sound effects, music, Foley. My job is to mix them all together, produce a coherent soundtrack for transmission on the telly that pleases everybody.
They slave away on this programme, and it's a big old noisy programme. It's like we push them and nag them to fill in every sound.
Never be dominant on a close-up of someone else.
No.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
That's the thing that throws it.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
Absolutely.
marvellous.